What's up, Three Rivers Church? Trust you're doing well. I want to give you an announcement about a great opportunity that we have for you coming up February the 7th. And it's also going to be followed up with other dates. So February 7th, and then it's going to be April 25th, July 25th, and October 24th. And it is where we provide trust-based relational intervention caregiver training. TBRI. You've heard us talk about TBRI, and you are aware that we train in that at Restoration Rome, and we did an introduction to TBRI last year. This year, we're going to do that introduction again on February the 7th, and then we're going to follow it up with the remaining portions of that training. And so that's going to be February the 7th, April 25th, July 25th, and October 24th. Those are Saturdays. It'll be from 9 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. We're charging $10 for the day's training, and that's going to come with lunch, snacks, and your printouts for the day. Now, this is really important. The reason we're charging $10 is not because we're making money on that. In fact, we're losing money. The goal isn't to make money. The goal is to secure your involvement so that if you sign up and pay your $10, you're more likely to show up, because it's going to be really important that we're prepared for that day and we're ready to learn and ready to take that information and put it to practice. So we're just charging $10. We're also going to make this available to other local churches who want to join us in this work. If we're involved in the work with child and family welfare, we want to make sure we're addressing all those issues well. As Christians who belong in this space, we want to do it well. And so at Three Rivers Church, we have multiple practitioners of TBRI. So we're going to be providing that for you. Let me give you a little overview of what we're going to be covering and what it is. TBRI, Trust-Based Relational Intervention, is an attachment-based, trauma-informed caregiving model that's designed to meet the complex needs of vulnerable children, especially those who've experienced abuse, neglect, and other relational trauma. It's absolutely holistic, family-based approach that helps caregivers build trust and helps them to foster healing. This was developed by Dr. Karen Purvis and Dr. David Cross at the Karen Purvis Institute of Child Development at Texas Christian University. And here at Restoration Rome, we are an ambassador organization for the Karen Purvis Institute of Child Development and teaching trust-based relational intervention. In fact, this next week, Jennifer and I will be down at Flagler College in St. Augustine, Florida, with TCU, helping train other pastors in trust-based relational intervention. Very important that as Christians we fill this space. And so it covers three very important principles: empowering principles that address a child's physiological and ecological needs; connecting principles, which focus on building secure attachment and healthy relationships; and then correcting principles, where self-regulation and being able to address the things that are needing to be addressed in an efficient, helpful manner. And so we're going to cover all of that. Now, here's something very important. I say very important a lot because all of it's very important. But this is really important for you to recognize. Last year, if you did the introduction, that's big, and we're glad you were there for that. If you did not do the introduction last year, you need to do the introduction before you do the other three. In other words, this training isn't jump in and jump out. You can't miss the first one and then do the second, the third, and the fourth. You have to do the introduction so that the others make sense. So if you miss the introduction, you can't do the other three. Does that make sense? And so what we need you to do, even if you did the introduction last year, we'd love for you to come again this year. It's good to always be reminded and continue learning. But if you did the introduction last year, you won't need to do it again this year. But if you didn't do the introduction, we need you to show up on February the 7th. And so then when you do the introduction, you can do connecting, empowering, and correcting, so that you get the whole model and don't just implement pieces. So you need to understand the why and then the how, and that's why we need to do all of it. And so if you go to threeriversc.org and go to the TR Central tab, you will see on there a link for you to sign up for that. Click on February 7th, sign up, pay your $10, and we'll follow up with instructions. Thank you so much. Look forward to having you on February the 7th. I look forward to welcoming some of our community partners who want to learn with us as we continue to engage our city and our families for the glory of Jesus Christ. So have a great day. See you soon.